Recorded. Oh, okay. First of all, we are in Oklahoma in the springtime, and we are under storm watches and warnings. So I know some of the people that are in other parts of Oklahoma are in their cellars right now that should be on this call, and maybe are on this call. I don't know if they're in their cellars on the call. So if something bizarre happens, I will try to go live on my team page, but I'm going to just pray that we are fine. If we end up in the cellar, y'all can forget it. Like, I'm not going to try to do that. But like, if we lose our connection because of storms. Right now, we're all right though. So I'm going to like buzz through this really fast because lots of information. I'm really going to focus on, first of all, I made a post on my wall tonight, like I've been doing every Wednesday night. And you guys know that I'm using it as a resource. So I'm using these different posts as current testimony resources, and everyone can have access to these. So when I ask, like this tonight, I asked for before and after pictures. I want to see your gut glam. So show me before and after pictures of your face. What your face looks like with less inflammation. Those types of pictures, okay? What I'm giving away last week, was it Ann McNeil that won? After I said the name, I feel bad if she didn't, but yes, I think it's Ann McNeil that won. I can't even remember what I gave away now. I gave away Ray-Bans the first time and say, oh, a Yeti cup. So, okay, tonight I'm giving away this cute little wallet wristlet thing and this plexus bracelet, kind of cute, right? And then there's two little sample size, like a cute little facial scrub, and this, the ever wanted and ever elusive. It's from the Fairmont Kailani in Hawaii that everybody tries to sneak these back, like bags and bags of these, because they give them in your hotel, and you can't use a full bottle of perfuming body lotion every day, but they'll give you a new one every day. If you like put one in your bag and they see it's gone, they'll put another one out. And so it's like a trick. Like we Jules need another bottle, but we do. And it's rose. I don't know. I can't explain the smell of it, but it's good stuff. I'm usually stingy with these, but tomorrow, I will draw a winner that wins this little goodie bag full of stuff. Okay. So how you get to be part of this is you have to leave a testimony on my post on my wall, and we're going to use these testimonies every Wednesday night. I'm going to keep a list of them as a resource so that we have current testimonies with current people. Jetty, will you take pictures, or did you already do that? Of who's on here tonight? Okay, Jetty's going to take pictures of who are on here tonight, so we know, because that's the other prerequisite to be in the drawing is you have to be on here. Looks like we have 4 pages worth of people. I can't see how many people 79 people. Okay, so excellent. Now, next thing, moving on. Eventually, I won't have to tell you all of that each time. I'll just say, go leave a thing on my, I'll know that everybody knows this. Leave a testimony to be in the drawing. Okay. Next announcement. You need to register for the 2Big2Miss. If you have ever not registered when I told you to, then how dumb do you feel, right? After you go, oh my gosh, they gave away something I could have got for free, or they gave away an opportunity to save some money on something or whatever, and all I had to do was type my name into a thing, and I could have got that. If you are a coupon queen and you didn't like do this when I told you in the past, then you feel like super dumb, right? You got to do this. You have to go register for the 2Big2Miss. It's really important. This time you're going to be really mad, like mad at yourself, okay? Even if you're watching it at someone else's place. If you have an inactive ambassador who's a neighbor or a sister-in-law, you need to tell them to do it too. I'm just telling you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, she doesn't work the business anymore. Say, hey, will you go fill out this form for me? That's how I'm not kidding you, okay? All right. I want to share a video with you guys, but I'm going to skip it right this second. We may come back around to it because it's a short video, but for the sake and interest of time and getting straight to the point tonight, on this Tuesday night, okay, follow me here because we're on Wednesday, so we got a full circle all the way back around to Tuesday. We have an event coming up. Please keep in mind that on Saturday, we have the big reveal that I just told you need to register for. Whatever happens that day, like whatever that news that is that comes out, trust me when I say that this Tuesday's event is going to be super relevant, okay? It's going to be really relevant that you invite people. So tonight, all I want to focus on is what they call the magic message. In fact, I guess I do want to share this video. It's a short one, 3 minutes. I think we've got 3 minutes in us. Here we go. All right, I'm going to share screen with you, and then I'm going to have to go see what all I have pulled up on my screen. So hang on. Okay, hang on. I'm going to find it first because that way I don't have all these messages pulled up from people. Okay. Here we go. Let's see here. I'm going to mute everybody again because I think somebody's got themselves unmuted. And share screen with you. You still hear noise, Jetty?
A little bit.
Okay, all right, here we go.
Jules, Julie Adams here. I have had a ton of messages about that little, I guess, magic message kind of, similar to Emily Roberts' magic text, that has been working for me. And a lot of people have been asking what I have said after. So let me just give you a quick little update. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to tell you right now what I've been doing. For some reason, the wording of this works. It works. Do it. I'm telling you. In the past 2 days, I've been doing my daily stacks, my regular IPA, reaching out to new people, friending new people, like the usual stuff. However, in the past 2 days, I have sent out 8 samples, catalogs, information to people who are interested. We had full-on conversations. I can't tell you the last time that I had 8 interested people in 2 days. So here's what I'm saying. It's written here in the Jules box someplace. This is exactly verbatim what's happening. So let's say, first of all, I always voice text, but this I'm actually writing out. So it's easy to copy and paste. So, hey, Brenda, exclamation point. Don't say I'm sure you've seen my Plexus post by now, ... Have you ever tried it? Question mark. That's it. Write that down. I am no genius, guys. This is not some brilliant, like, epiphany, but for some reason that wording is not aggressive. It is not even really asking them if they want to try it from you. You're just asking a question. It's kind of like the whole am I curious thing. So have you tried it? 8 in 2 days. So now here's the big question people have been asking me. What do you say after? So let's say they say no, and it's just a no, period. No. Here's my new thing. Instead of talking about Plexus and how great it is and all the ingredients and blah, 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 I 100% at Super Saturday, Kendra Hall just clicked with me. And my entire reason for doing Plexus during the day is to tell stories. So that's all I'm doing now. I don't even tell them what Plexus is. So if they say no, I say, oh my gosh, it has completely changed my life in the past 2.5 years. Here's what it's done for me. I'm not even telling them what Plexus is. I'm saying what it's done for me in a private message. And then I never ask a question. I never say, can I please have your address to send you a sample? I say, give me your address. This is all voice message now. Give me your address. I'm going to send you some information. If they're super interested, I will send them a sample. I don't do that all the time because some people just kind of like on a whim. But I've sent 8 in the past 2 days. So instead of telling people what Plexus is, tell them what Plexus has done for you in the message back. If they say yes, say, oh my gosh, what are you taking? Who's your ambassador? Just get information, get involved, get connected with them. Also though, be very careful, just like always, be ethical, be respectful. If someone says, no, I haven't tried it, my next question is, oh my gosh, really? Do you know what Plexus is? Has anyone ever talked to you about it before? because just because someone hasn't tried it doesn't mean that another ambassador has not been talking with them about it already. So make sure you add that question in. I always forget to do that. I haven't had many issues with it, but just make sure that you do that too. So hopefully this is helpful. This is that little magic message that I've been doing since last week. It is working on my team. I've been doing flash contests on my team. Like right now, I just gave them a flash contest through midnight. Send it to 10 people again, takes 5 minutes, and let us know your results. Like people who have had crickets for months are getting responses. For some reason, it's the wording and it works, and do it, because why not do something that's working? So have a great day, my Jewel friends, and hopefully put below if this works for you, if you're having success with this, and any other tips you have would be great. Bye, guys.
Okay. So, okay, Jetty put it in the chat over here.
We're live on Periscope. Hello, everybody. Got to try doing that again. I messed up the first one. What's going on? Happy Friday. Hope everyone's going to have a great.
Yeah, I totally didn't. Hang on. I was like, who's saying they're live on Periscope right now? Did you put? Oh, you put this. Okay, you put the second thing. Okay, rather than can I send you some info about it? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I was okay. Rather than saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe you've never heard of Plexus, you can say that. You can say, can I add you to a group? My team is giving away some cool prizes on Tuesday night. You don't have to watch it live, but if you get a chance to, whatever you think would get a sure. Or you can, if you're an assumptive personality, you can say, hey, I'm going to stick you in this little group. It's there's no requirement for you to do anything except for just if you want to watch the videos. They're doing a thing on Tuesday night. Okay. I want to put an even harder stress on this. And by the way, this is like anybody who's listening tonight, okay? I want to put a harder stress on this than even registering for the 2Big2Miss, okay? This event Tuesday night, I have taken, I want to brag on myself for a second, okay? I want to brag on myself. I was a really fantastic photographer, and I knew how to take pictures that made mamas cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew how to get just that expression or get just the right depth of field or do just all these things. Yes, the answer to that question. I knew how to do I knew what would work to make people like, make their heart explode, okay? I am taking some of that wisdom. I'm going to make an opening video for this event. Now I want you guys to picture this with me, okay? I'm not going to say the full portion of what I want this opening video to say, but if anybody has any advice on how to make this happen the way I want to happen, I've got this vision in my mind. And it's going to be like, I'm going to pull up and see if I've got it written down. It's going to be like a picture of a heart, like a Pinterest type heart that, okay, is there some, are y'all hearing chatter besides me? No? Okay. Okay. So it's going to be like a Pinterest heart that has these little rays of sunshine or something like, rays coming out of it glowing. And I want it to be like, bump, 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 bump. I want there to be music behind it. I'm working on this. Bump, 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 bump. And it do that about 4 times. And then there's going to be a voice over that says, making Katie read her prayer, that just says, we all know that true beauty comes from the inside. Tonight, we want to take you by the hand and show you how Plexus products can help you reflect the true beauty you have on the inside, on the outside. We hope that you'll join us and listen as we share our testimonies tonight. And then it's just going to be a slideshow with music. I'm working on the song. My sister's been helping me figure out exactly the song and all this. She's going to help me put this video together. It's just going to be slideshows of a slideshow of before and afters of people's, like the facelift from Gut Glam. You understand what I'm saying? You've seen the before and afters. I have like 150 on my phone, gorgeous, like 10-year younger pictures. And I want the whole event is going to be about capturing two specific things. Like, we want to speak to people's hearts, and we want it to resonate with people who have a health trouble. But I also want to dip into another pocket of money here, okay? I want to dip into the vanity pocket of money, because you know that even if you won't buy a vitamin, girl, you go get your nails done, okay? And if you won't, you got friends who will, okay? That's a whole different pocket. If you ever done the envelope system of money, where it's like you have 10 envelopes, and one is for bills, one is for recreation, one is for like vanity, whatever, what women spend money on. Well, we would like to dip into that other envelope. And because right now, this is how I take care of my, my insides, my guts, whatever. There's a really big envelope that a lot of your friends pull money out of every month, that they go get their hair, their nails. They get their hair, their toenails, their fingernails. They wax things, they tan things, they highlight things, they low light things. They buy new Ulta stuff or Sephora stuff. They buy new clothes. That is a whole, and if you're kind of like me, because I've always kind of been like on the lower end, just know that you're in the minority. Like, I don't really go do all that stuff all the time, but I'm going to tell you right now, any judgment that I might have ever had in my mind for people who spend like $200 or $300 a month on vanity, I want that judgment gone, and I just want a piece of the pocketbook. You understand? Like, we're going to dip into the vanity. Imagine what it would look like, or what it would feel like to look 10 years younger by spending money on your gut health. Do you guys understand where I'm coming from with this? Okay. I want you to help me line up that way of thinking and that understanding as we go through this next week and into Tuesday for our big event, okay? Because here's the thing. Because this event is gonna appeal to lots more people than just diseases. This is gonna appeal to the blue personality who loves to spend money on fun things. Okay? And if we can show, I can make a powerful case. That's one thing, like my mom used to tell me my whole life. She's like, when you grow up, you're gonna be a lawyer. Okay. I didn't even know what she meant by that. But now I realize as I get older, I can make a powerful case as to why Plexus can make you look 10 years younger. I've been working on it for weeks. Like, it didn't take me weeks to come up with these ideas, but I've been working on like the thought process of how to use my photography brain, my pulling at the heartstrings brain, and also all the other aspects that need to be filled in for this to be a beautiful event that you don't want your fun friends to miss out on. Does everybody understand me? Okay. So first of all, let me say this too. If you have judgment in your brain about people who spend money like that, that's the first thing you need to break off of yourself, because it will not attract. Do you understand? If you're like, priorities aren't right, okay, well, you better break that off yourself. You will not attract that type of personality, that blue or even red personality to your team, if that's what you're putting out. So first of all, that's the first thing you need to do. Be like, I love me some girls who spend some makeup money on their hair and their nails. Okay. I do. I have great friends that one of my best friends is my hairdresser, and she's like super glamour. Right. So I would love for you guys to share the way my heart is about this event. Following this event, we will do a gut health group the following week. It's on the May calendar. You'll have to look at the May calendar. I can't remember. And also keep in mind that the post that I'm doing tonight is this. The post I'm asking for before and afters. And it's not just going to be you guys that are sharing before and afters. There's going to be before and afters far and wide. Oh, I see Erin's back. I need to ask Erin to share something, and she's all like a drowned rat. Did you get rained on, girl? She's who was in the cellar.
Yankee never ran so damn fast in her life. I heard those sirens go off and my butt bolted.
See, Yankees get scareder of tornadoes than the rest of us.
Oh, there we go. Oh, that's flash flooding. Hang on. Close. Sorry. I got another warning, but it was just flash flooding.
Okay. We'll understand if you just jump and run again. But I have to ask you a question. Okay. Erin made a brilliant post the other day, and then she was sharing with me some of the behind the scenes that happened after she made this post. And she had summed up, and I agree with her that it had to do with her wording. So I'm going to have her share with you. The reason I want her to share with you is because I know some of you will want to post about this on your wall in order to figure out maybe who you want to start up a private message with, to kind of get engaged into this. And so do you care for sharing with us? You tell us whatever you want to tell us about that post.
Okay. So I really want to make sure that I'm being more genuine and not just like tons and tons of other ambassadors, and no disrespect to anybody that does this, because I did this for a very, very long time, but I never had anybody respond when I would put up about online parties. So last week when we were doing one for my team, I just simply stated, I did a goofy picture of myself, like I was doing like praise hands, like, ah! And pretty much just said that I was sharing my testimony in a presentation for my company tonight, and I was really excited, and that I never expected this to happen, but God has a way of working things out. And I literally had 190 people like that picture, and that's pretty good traffic. I mean, even for me, like, I tend to get like, I only literally post once a day now, just because the more you post, the more it drives them down. So I've noticed for my audience and whatnot, like I get more traffic and interaction when I post less. So with that being said, I had more people from the company, like in Plexus. Several of you guys messaged me and say, hey, I want to see your presentation. And I said, guys, really, I'm just doing an online party. And I just used a different way to share about it. But one thing that I shared in the Jules page when I shared this today with everybody is, I think what a lot to do with it was that we oftentimes don't look as professional to certain parts of our warm market when we do the, I'm having a party, come join me, I want 10 people, and again, if that works for you, by all means, please do it. I do not have this all figured out at all, because I literally only had 2 people not in the company ask me to join the presentation. So I think the more that I do it and maybe come up with some different like variations of it, then I'll have a better response. But I think if anything, it just shows the validity of that this is a profession for us and not just a side hobby.
Yes.
Was there more that you wanted me to share, Lori?
No, I was going to highlight some of the things that you did. You said them, but I don't want them to miss out on the fact that she posted a picture of herself. I'm going to show you the picture. It was just cute selfie type. It was just, hey, she's just looking friendly, okay? And also, if you were to do a post like that and get, lots of likes, that would give you an inclination as to where to start with the reaching out about with the magic message, or some other wording that you have that's simple. You want to keep it simple and short, because if she'd have wanted to reach out to, like, she could have picked out, if it wasn't a busy day or something, she could reach out to like 10 or 15 of those people and say, hey, I saw you like my post. I was going to tell you, I have the link.
Exactly.
I have the link. Can I send you a link so that you could watch that tonight? I'd love to have you watch. You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that was something that I missed last week, because honestly, I didn't expect the response that I got. So, and I don't know if maybe it was twofold. If I got that response because there was the comments of Plexus people asking for, asking about the presentation, so that drove it up. I don't know, but either way, but that's a great idea that I could have gone through and just said, hey, thanks for being supportive, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And then go from there.
So I want you guys to really be thinking outside the box for, if you're a newer ambassador, because I know I see some new faces on here. If you're a newer ambassador, and you are just getting your box in the mail, or if there's something like that, you could post a picture of yourself holding your box, or a picture of yourself holding one of the new products in your hand or something like that. That's going to cause curiosity with people. Anything that causes curiosity, like when you've been in the company for 6.5 years, it's hard to find something that was going to make somebody curious, because they're like, I've heard it all, Lori, I've heard it all. But you have a huge, like coming out type aspect when you're brand new. And I see new faces on here tonight. So talking about something for the first time and really like connecting with people in that way in the very beginning, this event that we're going to do Tuesday night is going to be perfect for brand new people who want to just put people in a group. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to know what's going on with Plexus. You don't have to know all about the products. You can just say, you can post a picture of yourself with the new products, and you can even say, girl, I don't even know yet. Like if they ask you a question, you can message them and say, I don't even know yet. I'm just excited. I'd love to add you to this group though, that you have some information, the kind of information that got me excited in the first place. Can I send you that link? Can I add you to that group? Or sometimes it depends on your personality. If you're the kind of person that can get away with saying, I'm going to put you in this group, you won't believe it. You won't believe it. I promise not to let you guys down. The group's going to be awesome. Okay. Like I'm putting my heart and soul. This is the first time that I've ever done a group that I thought to myself today, this is going to be exactly how I would design a group if corporate would let me design one. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like if they said, Lori, it's a blank slate, you connect with people the way you know how to connect with people. That's what I'm going to do Tuesday night. April was a swinging crazy good month in my household, in my business, for my team. We had all sorts of great things happen in April, and I'm excited that it's going to like April showers bring May flowers. We're going to have all kinds of fun stuff happening in May, and it's going to start Saturday, and we're going to follow up strong on Tuesday. People are asking me where I'm going to put this. I will put the link to the group in the What If This Could Change Everything group. And if you're in other groups of mine, I will share the link with you guys as well. Okay. Does that resonate with everybody? So I don't want anybody to miss out on this event. I would really like for you guys to aim at inviting at least 10 people. If you're inviting at least 10 people, you're going to get conversations going with 3 or 4. And I mean, I really want to tell you to invite like 25 people. If that feels unrealistic to you though, I want you to say, okay, I can invite 10 people. I can put the invitation out to 10 people. I can make it a priority that this particular event is going to be high on my priority list. You have all through the rest of this week and until Monday to do it. But I encourage you to get on it tomorrow, like start tomorrow or tonight. If there are people that you know are night owls that you feel like you need to reach out to tonight. Now, I want to pause for a second and make sure, because sometimes when I talk fast, sometimes I create more questions than I mean to create. So do I have questions that are bubbling up with anybody? Make sure I'm being clear on things. Oh, also, I wanted to tell some of my people, I know I have a few people on here that are not actually on my team, your adopted people. That group that they actually mentioned, the What If This Could Change Everything group, that's a group that's specifically for my team. So I don't have anybody in there because we do prizes. I have other leaders that give away prizes in that group. And so it's like specific to my team. So I see a few people like that are adding themselves to that group. Those won't get approved, but I will share this link of this group that we're doing outside so that you guys can be in on this group, okay? Because we really want, I'm gonna tell you what, I want this thing on Tuesday night to be hopping with commentary. I want there to be notification after notification. I want it to be like where people can't escape the awesomeness that we're gonna create on Tuesday night. Is everybody with me on this? Okay. Okay. I'm not seeing anybody have any questions. That means I articulated it perfectly, and there are nobody even has any bubbles up above their head, comic bubbles. Shocking me right now. I'm going to look at my notes, and then I'm going to pray over us. So far, we've escaped with no storms. Is what? It's stalling. We've got the storms held off with the big plexus hand, right? Nope, not yet. Not. All right. Gosh, I think I covered everything. All right. If you're on here and I don't have you fully convinced to register, you need to raise your hand. Register. It's free. I'm going to see if anybody's raising their hand. You have to register for the Too Big to Miss. If you don't know how to do that, speak up and ask someone how do I do that? Okay? First of all, if I don't have you convinced that you need to invite at least 10 people to Tuesday night's event, if this is not the hoppinest event, it's going to be y'all's fault because I'm bringing it. And also, we got great prizes. The jewels from this team, from my downline jewels, are all like promoting this event. They are all like donating prizes to this event. It's going to be good. You want people, you don't want to go later and say, gosh, I missed that one, didn't I? Duh, that's terrible. Okay. All right, I'm going to jump into prayer. So in case we're pushing our luck here, I want to say something. Those of you who follow, Rachel Rogers did her little, this is not little. I don't know why I said the word little. She did her live video the other night praying over people's, that God would open wombs of those who have struggled with fertility. She told her whole story. And it's been like, she's had an exciting journey, exciting adventure. And she was telling at the end, she started talking about repeating numbers. She said that she's in a group maybe for women who had been struggling with, and it's an encouraging group for people who had struggled with infertility or something like that. She said that she noticed that a lot of people had said that they would look at the clock at exactly the same time every day, repeating numbers like at 2:22 or 3:33, or they would see it on billboards or see it on license plates or whatever. And that, anyway, she had looked up this site talking about repeating numbers. She did this on a Friday. She asked me, she's like, I want to do this thing. God, I feel like God's calling me to pray over women who've struggled with this. And she's like, would you be on there with me in the commentary? And I was like, yes, I'd love to. Because she has a lot of following, so she was afraid she wouldn't be able to keep up with the chat. And she's like, and if you could just encourage in the chat, since I, work in healing and stuff. And so I was like, I'd love to. Well, that day before all of that happened, I was at my massage therapist, and I looked up at the clock at exactly 2:22. And I'll just confess to you guys, I've never seen repeating numbers before. I didn't know she was going to talk about repeating numbers that night. But I happened to look at the clock and saw 2:22, and I said to my massage therapist, I said, look at that. And she's like, what? And I said, it's 2:22. And she's like, what does that mean? And I was like, I don't actually know. I said, I know it's like God trying to get your attention. I didn't know how much to say to her exactly, but I was like, it's like an angel number or something like that. And I said, but we should remember what we're talking about right now because God's trying to get our attention. She was the one talking. I had to actually interrupt her to show her. And I was like, well, you need to remember what you're talking about right now because I never see repeating numbers, but I just saw that and I just felt like I was supposed to say that. Well, later, that's when Rachel does her live. And at the end, toward the end of her live, she starts talking about repeating numbers. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this just happened to me today for the first time ever, And she starts going through what she found a great website, a very good resource, because you can get into whack resources when you start looking at this kind of stuff. She found a great biblical resource that talked about numbers. And she talked about what 111 meant. And I missed the end of it because it was either my reception or her reception, I'm not sure, but like I was losing her for part of her live. I missed all of what 222 meant, and I missed the first portion of what 333 meant, and then I caught, so it was like 2 was completely gone, and that's the one that I had seen. So I was like, well, wish I knew what she said. Maybe I can go back and listen to it live. The next day she posted the link, and as I was looking at the link, I saw that 222 specifically zeroed in on the key of David, the key to the house of David. And I was like, I probably need to look that up since I don't really know what that means. Like, I felt bad. I don't really know what that means. So I go to this really awesome website, and I end up reading about the key to the house of David. And it's talking about how that will open doors that no man can close, and that will close doors that no man can open. And it was really talking about how if God trusts you with the key of David, that you've been tried and tested. And like if he's showing you 222, that you have been tried and tried and tried and tested, and that you can be trusted with the key to the house of David. Well, okay, so the first thing that pops into my mind is my 2 favorite whole tone songs that I use for healing. The first one's called Open Door. The second one is called Key of David. That's what's playing right now. It's the Key of David. I didn't even know what it meant. In fact, I'm embarrassed to say that I thought it was a musical key. Like, I thought the Key of David was like the chord. Okay? I learned something that day. And so tonight, as I play the Key of David, I want you to have that to be resonating in your heart of opening a door that no man can close, that God has the power to open doors that no man can close, and he has the power to close doors that need to be closed. You ever been in a situation it's like that door needs to be closed? That very night, I can't go into detail here, but that very night, Jetty and I went to bed, and I said, I feel very strongly that we're supposed to pray some very specific things tonight. I feel God literally wants me to pray. I can't understand God in this way. I don't try to understand him this way. But if there's a door that needs to be closed, why I would need to pray it if God already knows. Like, I don't understand that. Like, just close the door, God. Does that not make sense in your mind? You think if there's a door that needs to be closed, then close it. But that's not how he works. Like, if someone needs to be healed, you think in your mind, well, just heal them. Why would he use me? Why would I pray for someone to be healed? It doesn't make sense in my mind, but it doesn't need to make sense in my mind. So as I was even voicing that to Jetty that night, I was saying, this key of David thing has me like, as I learned what it meant, and I was learning about, God as God of justice, and things that I knew I had already seen. Remember, I've been out to Scottsdale, right? A few weeks ago. And there were things that I already knew that were doors that needed to be closed. And I was like, Lord, I guess I'm supposed to ask you. Like, I know that you can see. And I'm telling you, the very next 2 days in a row, after praying that, and I'm just going to tell you guys right now, I don't think that I have any like special anything. This was all just like totally God. He was showing off. But 2 days in a row, doors closed that needed to close. I didn't even know when I read about the first one, I didn't even realize that that's what was going on. Cause the first one, I didn't know it needed to close. I wasn't praying specifics. I was just like, Lord, leave no stone unturned. Go through there with justice and fairness and authenticity and trueness of your heart, and literally look at everything. Leave no stone unturned. Go through there as judge. And like the first thing that I saw that next day, I was like, that's wacky. That's super crazy. Can you believe that happened? And Jetty even brought it to my mind. He's like, you think that has anything to do with what you prayed last night? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I learned later of the impropriety and some other things. I was like, wow. And the following day, something that I actually did specifically want, that I knew needed to happen, happened. Big, big things. Like, God is so in this business. It's weird how he uses us. So I'm going to encourage you guys to really be praying over your team. When you think, well, God knows, I mean, surely he knows. If there's relationship, if there's something that's going on, and you're like, there's a relationship trouble here, there's a struggle here, there's this going on, and God is like, let me come in and be God the judge. Let me come in and be God, the God of compassion. Like, he's all these things. We just have to ask. So I don't know why I'm supposed to tell that while I'm playing the key of David tonight. It's slowly becoming my favorite. So I'm just going to say, Lord, we just thank you so much. We love you. I love you in all aspects of my life, Lord. I'm speaking to my Plexus people tonight, but I just love you in every aspect of my life. I'm going to pray in first person tonight. If you hear something you agree with, you claim it for yourself. It seems like it's easier for me. It makes more sense for me to pray in first person, like, God bless me for this. God bless, God, this for me, my life. This is what I want to see in my life, Lord, that I would mirror you, these things. If you believe and confess that yourself tonight. God, I thank you that you're magnificent and powerful in our lives. God, I thank you that you are always working out things for our good. God, that you hold me in the palm of your hand, that I can trust you in my marriage, that I can trust you with my kids, that God, that you are a God of pure goodness. I'm going to tell you a word he gave me earlier today, and I wrote it down. I thought it might have been for the call earlier, but I'm not sure, because I was like, that's not a word I ever think of, ever. I knew it wasn't from me, but it was about platelets. Platelets. And I was like, I said it on the other call, and it's possible that it belonged on that other call, but I didn't really feel fully released of it. God, that you are a God of healing, even down to the very blood inside our body, right? Like, we think, I don't know if you have your God in a box, but God is not in a box. God is everything. God is the energy in the air. God is the atmosphere around us. God is in everything. And God, I thank you that you are magnificent and way bigger than we could ever try to encapsulate in a box. When I try to think of him, put him in a box, it makes me think of that scene from Aladdin when they finally rub the lamp and he comes up out of it. Not because of wishes. I don't look at God like wishes, but I think he says, itty bitty living space, or whatever it is, itty bitty living space. God is not a tiny God. He is amazing. He's magnificent, and I'm so grateful. And that's where I place my worship. God, thank you for loving us. Thank you for this. I see his hand guiding a ship that is Plexus. Even when we go through things that we think, why is this going on? Something with the computer or something. And it's like, that's better than door to door, right? Even when you're having the troubles. And he's using those things to mold us and make us into stronger leaders. He's using these things to make us more patient. And that season, every time I start talking about it now, he's like, don't talk about that. That season is over. That struggle season, the winter is what it's like. Even though it lasted a lot longer than a winter, it's like that season is over. This is the season of harvest. This is the season of green grass blooming out of the ground. And I just pray that you'll be speaking that with me, that this is a season of just blooms, blooming and growing. God, I thank you for brilliance at our corporate office. I thank you that you are going corner to corner in that office, and you seek out motive, Lord, that you look at the heart. And you find matches for what your mission is. Lord, we want our mission. We want matches for your mission for Plexus in our corporate office. I want matches for your mission in the Diamond Ambassadors and in the Sapphire Ambassadors and in the Emerald Ambassadors. I want leadership within this company to lock arms. He showed me earlier this picture of locked arms of sisterhood. And I know there's some dudes, but I just saw this amazing brethren feeling. I love how we can have community, and I love how we can have oneness. And I see it like joyous too, you know, like we don't always have to be oneness and we're warriors and we have to have our guard up. God is like, let your guard down, be joyous. Let it be reflective of who you are in your social media, in your relationships. Be joyful. God, that we turn loose of negative emotion, that there is no negative emotion in this world that can tie me down to the ground. Lord, I want to soar. I want wings like an eagle. I want to soar on the wind, and that no negative emotion, no regret, no anger, no unforgiveness, none of that can tie me down. I want to line my heart up with heaven's priorities, heaven's blessings, and that those blessings just flow down through me onto other people, Lord, that I would be a window for your love, that I would shine on other people how much you love them. That would literally be a picture of your love. Like a painting. Like every single part of me is something you have painted, a picture of your love. God, that you would close doors that need to be closed, and that you would be opening brand new doors, maybe things that he's just showing me excitement, like you open a door and you didn't even know what was behind there, like a game show. This is what I'm seeing in my mind, like a game show. You didn't know what was behind there, and you're super excited when you see it. The God of surprises. The God of fun expectation. The God of big dreams. I'm seeing, like, I don't know what it, you know, like that story The Night Before Christmas, and those little kids are all in a bed together, and there's like sugar plums dancing in there, whatever. God is showing me some of you, it's like you're sleeping and you've been sleeping, and he's put this like comic bubble with this beautiful like imagery in your head. And he's like, it's time to wake up now, because your dream can be reality. Like, wake up. Wake up. I'm speaking tonight that some of you really woke up on the inside. Maybe some of you had like a crusty old heart of something, you know, like your heart's been crusty some reason. And he's like, wake up. God, I pray over relationships, Lord, that your bond would come in and make the relationships in our lives just bloom and grow. And if there's a trouble that we need to lay down tonight, Lord, that we know that we can trust you with our burdens. God, thank you that every single day my heart is more and more like you. Thank you for loving us, even when we don't feel like we deserve it. Thank you for teaching us, always molding us. Thank you for another chance tomorrow when we need another chance. I lift all this up in Jesus' name. Amen. Oh, I got a lot of private messages over here. So thank you guys. I know I see some new faces on here tonight. You may be a little weirded out by culture on this team. We have a cool team, some awesome people on this team, and lots of fun sisterhood and brotherhood. And I'm excited to make friends with some of you that I don't know very well yet, and expose you to more of our culture. Thank you for getting on our call tonight. We appreciate that. We do these every Wednesday night at 8:30 Central. Yeah. If you got on here expecting to learn more about the products, sometimes we do that. These online events will be perfect to like put yourself into. And the team pages are a great place if you're one of those people who really likes to soak in information. But I really encourage you, I feel like I'm supposed to encourage you guys tonight, not to let like needing to know everything. This is huge. Needing to know how everything is and how everything works to stop you from inviting people to our event Tuesday night. It's a huge deal. It's going to be something that like I said, if I'm going to put my whole heart into this, I promise you it's going to be a great event. And I want you guys to reap the fruit. You know, I want you to be able to reap the harvest from putting this event together. And then I will give you guys next Wednesday night, I'm going to try to come up with some great follow-up so that you can, you know, reach out to people with follow-up. If they didn't join Tuesday night, didn't join your team, I expect lots of people to join Tuesday night. I'm just going to tell you. They will have a great incentive to probably after this Saturday. Does that make sense to everyone? So, okay. Phew. Okay. I'm going to close the recording out right now. Stop the recording.